So namaste, vanakkam, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. This is Venkat Arvind again. So on this video, I'm gonna be answering most of the questions that you guys have been asking me very frequently from the past few weeks. So let's begin. So I will answer I'll address some things that you guys have been really worried about. I don't know why. So let's begin with how to choose a good consultancy. So people are emailing me about can you suggest me a consultancy in my city, in their respective cities and all. Dude, I'm not Google. So what you can do is Google the list of consultancies in your area. Okay, and before going that, you should be doing one thing, that is accepting your profile. If you're having, you should have a basic knowledge that if you're having 30 backlogs and there is 1 or 2 year gap without any work experience, or if you finish your BTech in 5 years and you're having 30, 35 or 40 or 25 backlogs, and you're planning to do a masters in Canada, you should know that the Canadian government, what they are doing is they will pick up the best of the best for masters. Exactly. There isn't such criteria that you shouldn't have any backlogs, or you should have 0 backlogs, you should have this kind of IELTS and all, this kind of score and all. There is no such criteria, to be honest. Okay, all they ask is you should have an IELTS score of 6.5 with no band less than 6. But do you really think that if you have 7 for IELTS and you have maybe 17, consider my case, let's consider my case. If you have 17 backlogs and you got an IELTS score of a 7, and you really think that the universities will give you masters? Even the universities will give you an admission for masters, the visa officer won't give you. I'm not saying that if you are having 25 or 30 backlogs you're not eligible or you don't deserve to do it. I'm not saying that. Listen my words carefully. Even if you are a deservable candidate, even if you are smart, the visa officer will not interview you, will not conduct an interview for you. He will see your papers. Your papers will speak for you. If there are 30 backlogs, straight away he will reject on that basis that this student has 30 backlogs. I don't think he is even eligible for a graduate certificate course, let alone a PGD or masters. Dude, masters is they are quite choosy when it comes to masters. I'm not disappointing you, I'm not discouraging you, I'm speaking the facts. So I try to speak facts over here because I'm taking out a lot of time for you guys, so that I can help you. I don't want to keep you in a shadow and speak whatever you want to listen. No, I'm not going to do that. If it hurts you, it hurts you. That's a different thing. I can't do anything about that. So I'm going to be speaking truth itself. So this is the fact that you should accept your profile and you should have a basic knowledge based on your profile if you will be getting an admission. It's hard for me to say no on whenever someone emails me that, dude, I got these many backlogs, will I be eligible? Dude, how will I know if you are eligible? I can only give you my perspective based on what happened with me. Okay, so there are students who got admissions, who got visas with 30 or 35 backlogs. If you don't try it, how will you know and how will I know? You should try it. What I'm saying is, there are some things that you guys are doing wrong, where you're absolutely doing bullshit. Okay, let's consider an analogy. If you're going to eat something, first you will go to the market, buy the groceries, cook it, chop it, cook it, eat it, digest it, and then you will poop, right? So what you guys are doing is, you guys are sitting at home, not even going to buy the grocery, and you're worried about tomorrow's poop. Will it be stuck in my ass or will I get a loose motion? Dude, first you have to get out of the house, get your asses out there, go to the consultancies, try each one of them, talk to them, and then analyze which one is better for you. If you're going to a consult, before leaving your house, you should decide this is the course, or at least this is the field that I'm going to study, and this is the course, may it be masters, PGD, or whatever, graduate certificate course, or whatever it is. You should decide before leaving your home, and you should decide your country. This is the country I'm going, and this is the country that I'm planning to go. This is the country I'm planning to study. You should decide it before you leave your house. Go to a consultancy. For one day, you should go only for one consultancy. Go spend some time over there, talk to them, and let them know about your profile, and let them know what you want, and just see what they are doing. If they are trying to divert you to another country, another college, another course, then dude, listen to them, what they are saying, try to understand what they are saying, and try to compare what you thought and what they are giving, what you want, and what they want you to do. So compare this and see. If they are suggesting you to countries like New Zealand, they suggested me for New Zealand, for one of the consultancies that I have been to, they did suggest me New Zealand, but I came back. I didn't say no, or I didn't say anything to them. I just heard them. I understood them. I came back home. I did my research. Then I found out some things about New Zealand and some things about Canada. There are pros and cons for every country. You should do your own research, because these pros and cons of every country, they change with time. Back when I applied in 2000, back when I was searching in 2018, I had an option for UK. Okay, back then I didn't want to go to UK because UK didn't provide any kind of work permit. So that's on. So based on that, I shortlisted Canada, and I just excluded UK from my list. But now, if you want me to say the same thing, I would suggest you that if you are having a bad profile, you can select UK, because UK does not care about the backlogs, and they even give admission for MBA. Like back then they used to do. Even if you're from a BTech background and you don't have any experience and your profile is bad, then you can go to UK, because now you can go. I mean, because they are giving you a work permit also. So that's how. So if you are asking me about the same thing right now, I can't do anything, because you have to do your own research. So stop being a lazy, get out of the house, go to each and every consultancy, talk to them, and you will know a lot of things. So in this process, you will know a lot of things. So it will be different for every person. I cannot look at everyone's profile, and I cannot suggest them universities. I cannot suggest them the consultancy. It's something that you have to do your own, because it will be unique for every person. And I hope you understand that. So this is regarding the consultancy. And there are, okay, so I also got some emails. Now we'll talk about the colleges, the courses, what are the importance regarding the jobs, what is the availability and all. Like there are people asking me, like, if I do can you suggest me a course which has highest job demand and all. Dude, let me tell you one thing. If you're planning to study here, first of all, stop thinking about the way you used to think when you were in India. Suppose you finished your +2 and now you're going to do your degree, and now you're going to do your bachelor's degree in India. And we have a certain mindset, like these are the best colleges. If you do in these colleges only, you could get a proper life, you can have a proper future and all. If you're planning for a country like Canada, do remember one thing. Canada is one of the hottest destinations, like educational destinations. Okay, one of the hottest destinations right now in the world. Do you really think? And Canada is a developed country. Do you really think a university or a college will offer you a seat if they didn't have the enough infrastructure, everything you require, everything you need to study to get a good life? Okay, it depends on you. No one will spoon feed you. You are grown up enough to study on your own. No one will spoon feed you. Even in my university, there are some professors that they teach in class. There are some who don't. So you have to study on your own. So no one will spoon feed you. Don't think that if you get this particular university, if you get a seat over there, you will have a job guarantee. No, dude, no, that's not the scenario. Stop thinking like this. Stop comparing the scenarios in India. It's totally different. You have to study on your own. You have to search your own job. Yeah, exactly. You have to search your own job. And if you're asking me for which job will have a more demand and all, then you're doing the exact same analogy, that market analogy that I just explained you. You should carry on with you should concentrate on the next step. If you just finished your degree, concentrate on IELTS. Don't think of anything else. Concentrate on IELTS. Based on your profile, you will have an idea that if you are going to get an admission in Canada, or if you will be getting a visa and all. Based on that, you will have a basic idea. Okay. So what you have to do is, what is your next step? Your first step is passport. If you have the passport, good. The next one is exam. If you are going for an IELTS exam, prepare on. Don't think about which course I should choose or which college I should choose. Don't burden yourself with all this thought. Just concentrate on the next immediate step. Concentrate on IELTS, get a good score, and then start thinking about the colleges. Go to the consultancies, talk to them, let them know that I want to study this course in this college and all. They will shortlist the colleges that will give you an admission based on your profile. So when they are giving you that list, you choose that list. From that list, you shortlist the universities or the colleges that you want to study. Search in Google, search in YouTube, search in Google, and you'll get the reviews and all. To be honest, all are same. No matter which university you study, it depends on you. If you have it in you, then you will get a job. If you don't have it in you, no one will give a job just because you're from that university. No, it's not like that. It's totally different. So choose your consultancy wisely. This is what I've been telling you from a while now. You go in and talk to the consultancy. They will, if they try to divert you, dude, get out of there. Do listen, but get out of there. This is how you should shortlist your consultancies. So I also talked about the colleges, the scenario over here. And yeah, if you are looking for PR or if you are looking for work permit, then let me tell you that every province has its own rules. Okay. In some provinces, it is like if you are getting a job in the field of study, suppose you did a mechanical engineering, and if you are getting a job in that field, only then they will give you a proper work permit. Otherwise, they'll give you 1 year work permit and ask you to get out. Okay. So, and there are some provinces in which no matter what you study, if you get a job, if you get a good job or a decent job, even a normal job, you will get a work permit, and you will also be eligible to apply for PR. So this thing changes for every province. So do your research on the provinces also. Do your research on the colleges, and you don't have to do the research on your colleges. Just see that if they are in the DLI list. DLI means Designated Learning Institute. So this is a kind of certification provided by the Canadian government, and if the college is good, only they will provide this. So just make sure that it is in the DLI. If your college is in the DLI, or if your university is in the DLI, the Designated Learning Institute, only then you will get a valid work permit. So you just have to see this. Don't judge a college that take it out from your mindset. Like the way you judge colleges back in India. No, it's not like that. It's totally different. No one will care like what course you did. Even if you do a master's, even if you do a graduate certificate course, or even if you do a PGD, the employer will not look for that, like from which university you did. Okay, he will see, but all he will consider is if you finish your degree. That's it. That's what he needs. And if there are people, so there are also people coming via direct PR. Okay, what do you think if there is a person who has a really good profile in India? He such a good profile that he got a direct PR. Okay, direct PR without even an employment letter, without even a job. He got a direct PR, and you are the one, and you're the next one who studied in Canada, who got exposure to the Canadian culture, who got exposure to the Canadian market. Okay, so what do you think? Who will the employer choose? The employer will definitely choose you, because you have exposure to the Canadian culture, you have exposure to the Canadian market conditions, and you do know Canada far more better than the person who came directly via PR. So you will be the most you will be their priority. So you should understand all these facts. And so that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about.